everyone, today's video is going to be a new Shop My Stash. So this is my Shop My Stash for the month of May, which is wild, but this is my series. I post a video every single month where I go through my current makeup bag and everything that I've been trying out for the month, new products that I've been trying, products that I've been trying to pan or use up. I give all of my thoughts on them, what I think, if I'm decluttering anything, and then I also go through my makeup collection and I pick out new products for the month. So I am someone who I basically work out of my makeup bag, which is from Singe Beauty. I will have it linked here. This is everything that I use for the month. I travel a lot. I have multiple trips coming up in May. I was gone for the last half of April. So everything that I pack, I also keep in mind my upcoming trips, but this is a way that I can rotate through my makeup collection, make sure a lot of my products aren't getting dust on them or anything like that. And a lot of you seem to be enjoying the Shop My Stash series. So I'm gonna switch to an overhead look. I'm gonna do my reviews first, then we will shop my collection and pick up my makeup bag for the month of May. Okay, welcome to, this was my April makeup bag, got it. Okay, so I'm gonna go through everything, give you my thoughts on these products. So let's jump in. I see a couple products over here. These are two that I know and love. So first up, the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I will say I don't feel like I use this one as much because I did get the Coffee Concealer in the Sephora sale. So the Charlotte Tilbury got a little bit neglected because my other one that I had in here was Natasha Denona, and that one I just reached for more. The Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more full coverage. It's a little bit more thicker. Sometimes that's what I want, especially if I'm doing something like really light coverage. For some reason, I feel like for me, I balance it out with a little heavier concealer. But again, didn't get a ton of use out of this one, but you know, that's okay. I also put in there the bronzer stick from Rare Beauty. This one is in Power Trip. I am more on my powder bronzers right now, and once again, I did buy the Sephora collection bronzer in the Sephora sale, and I felt like I was really going for that a lot. I did use this a couple of times though, especially when I was traveling a bit and I just wanted something like the Rare Beauty bronzer is so easy to blend out. It's so easy to use. It's very natural looking, and I felt like when I was just going for like something really quick, it was super simple for me to add on the Rare Beauty. So again, it's one of my favorite cream bronzers in my collection. I don't wear cream bronzers a ton, but still one that I just like refuse to get rid of. And then my eyeshadow palette that I had chosen out, this is from Nomad Cosmetics, and this is the Fairytale Europe palette. This palette is so fun. I did a couple get ready with me videos using this one. I've used quite a few of the shades in here. I'm someone who I really gravitate right now towards like one shadow that's really sparkly, and like these pinks were super pretty. This like white, like iridescent was very pretty. The golds I really loved as well, but I did enjoy the addition of the matte row. That way if I wanted a, you know, something in my crease, but especially for me, lower lash line and liner, that's why I really liked having this matte row. So I felt like this was really well done. I actually just went and checked my mail right before I started filming this video, and I did get the new Nomad palette, which I don't know what it is yet, because at the time that I'm filming, it hasn't been announced. They're still playing the game on Instagram of like, can you guess what the next one is going to be? And I don't know that answer. So I'm really curious to do my next PR haul and get that one opened. But I do have a discount code with Nomad. It is Samantha if you're interested in grabbing anything. Next up, a few more complexion products that I see in here. A couple from Milani. I had their Conceal and Perfect Primer. This is their Blur Out Smoothing Primer. And then also the Conceal and Perfect Powder. So the primer, like I'll be honest, I don't really wear primers all that often. This one I used a couple of times, but honestly, even when I was like packing for my travel makeup bags, I went to Miami. I do have a vlog up of my Miami trip. And then I also went to Destin, Florida. I actually took the primer out. Like I was really just wearing SPF. So when I'm doing my travel makeup bags, I take some products out because I try to keep it a little bit lighter. I don't want like a super stuffed makeup bag. I feel like that probably sounds so weird to so many makeup lovers. Like I try to lighten my makeup bag. I feel like most people try to like jam in as much stuff as they can. But for me, a primer is just not a necessary step. I'm typically more focused on like my SPF, but it's still a good primer. Honestly, I feel like, okay, also with these videos, it's like, do I want to keep it in my collection or not? I don't really feel like I have to keep this one. It's nice. I can pass it on. Like it's barely used. I can definitely give it to someone who's going to use it a little bit more. So I'm going to put the primer in my pass pile just because I don't think I'm going to get the most amount of use out of it. But I did post a video recently on my April favorites, and I included this Milani powder. This is so good. I talked about my love of the packaging because I feel like it's really easy to use. It has the netting, not too much powder comes out, and it's just beautiful, especially for a more affordable powder. I'm a powder girly. I love loose powders. I love pressed powders. This is such a good one. It has that very soft focus effect to the skin. It makes your face look a little bit blurred out, if you will. This is a really good one. I'm like, okay, I know that I'm picking out my products next for my May bag, but I'm like, how do I not include that Milani powder? It's probably going to go back in, not going to lie. The other powder that I had was from Ofra Cosmetics, and this is their lavender powder. This one really came in clutch for me as well, because this one is a lavender powder, which helps to brighten the under eyes, and especially because I bought that Kulfi concealer in the Sephora sale. It's not a lighter shade for me, and it's not necessarily a brightening concealer. So this is when I would come in and use the Ofra powder and still kind of get that brightening effect, but it's not that like stark white. I feel like that trend is coming back. Is anyone else feeling that way? Because I have seen a couple videos online of people that like very clearly have a lot of like under eye bake situation happening, and people are like, oh my gosh, what is your setting powder? Like I have to have my stark white. And I was like, is 2016 back? Because I did that. The Laura Mercier, oh my gosh, what was it called? Not their regular translucent powder, but was it like the bright, oh my gosh, I feel like it had a name. Well, I mean, it had a name, but like Secret Brightening. Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. That I love. Like I wanted the lightest under eyes, and I feel like that trend is coming back right now. But the reason why I like the lavender is because I feel like it's still brightening without being like stark white, you know? So this one really, again, came in clutch for me this time around. Okay, some more complexion products I had in here. I see the Milani concealer stick. Okay, again from Milani. Milani, to me, this Conceal and Perfect line just crushed it. That is how I feel. Foundation stick is so good. I wear the shade 7, the Blur Out Skin Tint, if I didn't say. This one does have more of a soft matte finish. I'm usually someone who stays away from matte. I like glowy, hydrating, natural. But to me, it's such a soft matte, and it's so lightweight. It really feels like you're like not even wearing anything. This is like a true skin tint to me, and I thought it was beautiful. Again, this was mentioned in my April favorites as well, and I was highly impressed with that. I also had in here from Fenty Beauty. This is the You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. So I had this in a PR haul. I was super excited that it was sent to me from Fenty because I don't really get PR from them. I don't really use setting sprays all that often. So this is one that I just didn't really use a ton. I feel like I can put this in my pass pile too. I feel like if I gifted someone the Fenty spray, they would be so excited, and I actually have somebody in mind. So I'm going to put that in my pass pile. Again, it's not a bad product. It's just not something that I wear on my own a lot. So we're going to pass that one on. Okay, another complexion. I was going to say, I should have my Colourpop in here too. So again, in my April favorites, I did mention the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Foundation Balm. This is the Tinted Foundation Balm. I have the shade Light 8. Been loving this one. This to me is not similar to the Milani. This has a more like hydrating finish, I'm gonna say. It feels very creamy when you apply it. Like the Milani is, you can just tell that it's more matte. This one really glides onto the skin. I do have combo skin, also sensitive skin, and more acne prone. And I initially thought I was gonna like the Milani more, but it actually ended up being the Colourpop. This is really my go-to. Again, I just got back from a 10-day trip, and this Colourpop Pretty Fresh is what I wore the majority of the time. So really big fan with this one. I do have a code with Colourpop. It is MARCHBEAUTY. And then I also had it from Milk Makeup, and this is their skin tint, the Hydro Grip Gel Tint, and this one is in the shade 5. This to me is going to be the most like glowy. Oh, I don't want too much product to come out. This is going to be the most like glowy and not the most long wearing. Like I wouldn't say the Colourpop and the Milani are like, you're going to get 24 hours, you know, wear time out of it. But I think that they are more long lasting than the Milk, but I do think the Milk looks very pretty. It looks very hydrating. So if that is your thing, like if you have really oily skin, you might not love this one. I'm just saying that as someone with combo skin. But again, really nice option. To me, it was really just the Colourpop and the Milani that kind of stole the show from the Makeup Forever and the Milk. I'm like, if I had to rank them, I think it would be the Milk, then the Makeup Forever, then the Milani, then the Colourpop. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, I'm going to take out some of my, oh my gosh, I have 2 of the Makeup by Mario F4s. That's hilarious. I'm going to be taking out some of the brushes as I go so I can put them in my wash pile. But also in here, I don't think I had this in my bag, but I decided to, like, I don't think I put this in my Lash Shop My Stash video, but I wanted to share it because, again, since I was gone for so long, I didn't want to be without my Solawave. This is my red light device, and I have been such a fan of this that, again, I just didn't want to be on a 10-day trip without it. And I did remember to use this pretty consistently. Another thing that I remembered to pack on my trip, I packed 2 collagen masks. So really love those. Again, I had a recent favorites video and I was talking, you know, about my skin as someone, again, who's more acne prone. I have PCOS. I do struggle with hormonal acne. I feel like red light has been one of the top things that has changed my skin for me. This is something that I try to use like at least every other night, every couple of nights. So again, being gone on that long trip, I was like, I have to pack my Solawave. And it's nice because it does come in a little travel case. I don't know why I didn't put it in the travel case this time because I also did 2 trips recently to California, almost back to back, and I put it in its travel case. So not sure why this one didn't warrant it. I feel like maybe I just threw it in at last minute. But this has red light, it has vibration. This to me has really helped, especially with my acne scarring, because I do get like the hyperpigmentation, especially when I have like these larger breakouts that can happen on my cheeks. I feel like I just have redness for so long. And this, the red light therapy, so many people have talked about the benefits of it, and I really agree with it. And it was something that I didn't want to not have in my makeup bag when I was traveling for so long. So highly recommend that. You can get on the Solawave website. I think I have a discount code, which is, I'm assuming, Samantha. And I think they just started an affiliate program, but you can also get it on Amazon. So I will have them both linked. Let's see, for some more complexion products, I have a few options for blush and bronzer in here. So a couple blushes I had in here from Tower 28. These are their new Get Set blushes. I had Samoa Spritzer, which is, oh my gosh, these are so hard to open, which is probably the one that I wore the most. And then Long Beach Iced Tea is like a little bit more nude, so like more of a mauve and more of a nude. These are really beautiful matte blushes. So these are really pretty. I'm going to keep both shades. I got the full line from Tower 28. These are the 2 that I chose out for myself. Everything else went into my makeup closet for giveaway boxes, but these are a great option if you're looking for, they're really pigmented. So when you wear them, you know, definitely think like less is more. You can build up to them. Cause I think the first time I went in, I like really tapped my brush a lot and then I was like, oh, okay. But they're very pigmented, but they are easy to blend out and they're nice and long wearing. So I'm a fan of the Tower 28 blushes. And then I also had in here from Benefit their Hoola Beach Vacay. So I had panned the bronzer, but honestly I didn't really get a lot of use out of this one because I got so many blushes in PR, and then I also bought that Sephora bronzer. So I didn't really get a lot of use out of this, and I honestly was taking it out of my makeup bag for a couple of my trips, but that's okay. So that way I could put the new ones in, if that makes sense. Okay. A couple of glosses, of course, I had in there my Ofra collection. This launched in April, so another big thank you to everyone who purchased my Ofra glosses, shared them, shared wearing about them, just shared them in general, even if you weren't able to get them. So we have, I'll just swatch these. So this is the shade Next. This is the shade that my girlfriend Katie was working on. We have our light milky shade with a bunch of shimmer to it, and then we have Chapter, which is for me. This is the mauve shade. Again, got some shimmer in this one too. I love a good shimmery gloss and I love a good mauve gloss. And then my friend Ashley worked on Fam. This is like our spicy shade, we call it. Also some shimmer to this one. But this is the For the Plot lip gloss collection. Again, the shades read Next, Chapter, Fam. And thank you to everyone, both me, Katie, and Ashley, who worked on the collab with me. We were so excited to see everyone just wearing the glosses. It's always like such a surreal feeling when you see your creation like actually come to life. So the glosses are still available. They are, I believe, permanent to Ofra, just like with my past collabs. Everything is still on there. I do have a discount code with them, which is Samantha. So if you want to grab the glosses, you definitely can. So thank you, thank you. Another gloss that I had in here was, oh, this is a lip oil. This is from YSL, one of their plumping lip oils. And this one is an 02. Okay, I don't love plumping, and this is a very plumping gloss. Like it's, I can literally feel it tingling my hand, like truly. This is very pretty. I love the 02 lip shade in the YSL, like the candy lip glaze. The lip oils I don't love as much just because they are so plumping, but they're super beautiful on, don't get me wrong. And the plumping sensation doesn't last too long and it doesn't irritate my throat. That I really do not love. So they're not my absolute favorite, but I can see a lot of people liking these because apparently everyone loves a plumping lip product except for me, which is fine. So if you love them, then I would recommend the YSL, but if you are like me and you don't love a plumping product, I would stay away from them. Okay, again, we have some brushes in here. For mascaras, I had two in here, the Rare Beauty and also the Tarte XL. And I was trying to use both of these up, and Rare Beauty is definitely, she's gone. She is done for. I'm actually taking an extended weekend trip. I think maybe as this video is going up, I'm probably back in Iowa. I'm gonna take the Tarte XL just because it's almost gone, but not quite yet. I feel like with minis, I tend to put off using them up because I feel like I'm going to use them twice and they're going to be gone. That is not true. That is not the case. So this is going to stay in my makeup bag because I just want to finish it off on this trip. But the Rare Beauty, like, she's definitely gone. She is on the struggle bus, but I've used up so many of the Rare Beauty mascaras. I highly recommend it. It's probably my most repurchased mascara, but also the Tarte XL is a fabulous one as well. This is a tubing mascara, but this one makes the lashes so long and so dark. I got the mini in a set, and it's one that I'll definitely repurchase the full size. And then I feel like, let's see, what do we have in the middle pocket? Okay, some more lip products. So we have my eyeliners. We'll do those first. I did a video recently on makeup products you are sleeping on, and I mentioned the Kokie eyeliner. This one is in the shade Deepest Black. This is my favorite eyeliner right now. You can tell that I've sharpened it a lot. I've kept it in my makeup bag for a while because I don't really get a ton of new eyeliners or anything like that. So this is one that I just like keep in my bag. I love doing liner. I love waterline. I love doing winged liner. And this is just my go-to liner. My girlfriends messaged me the other day and she was like, what eyeliner should I buy? And she sent a link to the Victoria Beckham, which everyone loves. I know that. But I was like, or the Kokie. It's like $6 and it's great. So highly recommend that one. Probably will be staying in my makeup bag. And then for the brown, I always try to do a black and a brown liner. So this one was from Rare Beauty, and it's a good eyeliner. It's not my favorite like the Kokie is, but it's a pretty solid eyeliner. I will say, you can't twist it down though, so it drives me a little crazy, but that's okay. Then let's see, for brows, couple different options. I have from Benefit the Precisely My Brow. I wear the shade 2.5. This has been a favorite of mine for such a long time. So I always have this one in my collection. And then I was also trying out from L'Oreal. This is their Faux Brow. I like this. It's definitely not a favorite. It's not like my everyday by any means. It has like the two prongs here, and it's more of like that like marker pen style. It's cute. It's a brow tint, and I do notice that my brows last like an extra day. Like I only have to very lightly fill them in the next day. They're not completely done once I take my makeup off, but it's like there's still something a little bit there. So I like that idea, especially for traveling. Like it's kind of nice. Like I don't have to do my brows, you know, as much the next day. So not a favorite, but one that I will keep around. Honestly, I'm traveling a bit in May too. I might just keep that in my bag as well, and the Benefit. Probably just keep those in there. And then I had some lip liners to go with all of my glosses that I had. So from Colourpop, this is their Westwood lip liner. This is just a favorite of mine. Let me see where to put it. Colourpop Westwood, favorite shade. This is a beautiful mauve. I felt like it worked with all of my glosses in my collection, but especially Chapter. I highly recommend these. These are plumping lip liners, but I don't get any sort of uncomfortable feeling with them. So I highly recommend those. Look at my little Love Trap from Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, and she needs to be sharpened again. So Charlotte Tilbury Love Trap. I did repurchase the Iconic Nude in the Sephora sale, but it's going to be such a day when I finish off Love Trap. And then I also did the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. I feel like this is a little bit lighter, and I felt like it goes well with Next for sure in my collection. Also Chapter as well, but I love the Makeup Forever lip liners, and Wherever Walnut is just so pretty. And then City Beauty also launched lip liners recently. The shade that I chose out is in Blush. They also came out with lip oils, which I really liked. I do have a discount code with City Beauty, which is Samantha M, but their lip liners and their lip oils I definitely would recommend. So happy with all of my multiple lip selections. Okay, before we finish off with fragrance, just one, oh no, I had the Natasha Denona concealer. Like I said, I love this one. I'm almost finished with it. Like I'm scraping at it, but it's super lightweight. It's very serum-y. It's so natural. A little bit goes such a long way. I mean, I've talked about the Natasha concealer forever and ever, so big favorite of that one. I also love my little Huda Beauty puff. This one is the Morphe puff. I really use this a lot, and looks like I know what I'm gonna be washing for my next video. Also, if you didn't see, I did organize my brush video. It's on my Instagram, March Beauty Word. I'll probably put it up on YouTube as well, but it's a little Morphe puff, and I've been really liking it. But one funny story before we jump into my fragrances. Okay, so I run an event planning company. It's called Creators and Friends Events. We do parties and trips for content creators. We just got back, if you can hear it from my voice, we just got back from our most recent trip. We took 23 content creators to Destin, Florida. So fun, right? But one thing that we do, since not everybody knows each other on these trips, is we do like icebreaker games. We do gift exchanges and we do a couple games. And this year I thought it would be fun to do the blindfold makeup challenge. I did it recently on my channel with one of my girlfriends, and she went through my makeup collection, picked out a couple of products. I was blindfolded and I had to try to guess what they were. Great. So I decided we're gonna do that. I truly have instant regrets because the first product of mine that I chose to put in there was the Colourpop Foundation Balm, and Allie Dawson had this and just was like, okay, I was like, no big deal though. You know, foundation balm, I can just wipe it off, sanitize it, everything's gonna be fine, right? Then we get to the Kulfi Cream Shadow. I purchased this in the holiday set. I would like to say I purchased this in December. In December. Maybe it was November. End of November, early December. I purchased this eyeshadow, right? And this is in the shade Stardust. This goes to Heather Austin, who just has a field day. Just digging into it. Her entire hand was full of this eyeshadow.
No, good. So. Show me your hand. Show me your hand, Heather. Show me your hand.
So we're all cracking up laughing. But she also goes, whatever this is, I think it's an eye product. You should not wear it on your eyes. It smells so bad. And I'm like, what? And she keeps talking about the scent as she's blindfolded. And we get done. We're laughing. She guessed a Colourpop cream shadow, which good guess. But we get done and we're passing it around and I smell it. And I definitely can notice a scent on it, which I've never noticed before. Now, I do always say I don't have a great sense of smell, but this was really one that as soon as I put it close to my nose, it almost kind of smells like nail polish. And I was like, wait, what the heck? Because I did not know that before. This was in my blindfold makeup challenge. And when I swatched it, my girlfriend was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. She's playing with it. She's swatching it. She's used it. Neither of us have ever noticed a scent on it. And then Ted, our Buffalo Beauty boy, was at the event. And he goes, wait, he came and smelled it. And he's like, mine, I have one too. And it doesn't smell like that. So somehow, some way, somewhere, this apparently has gone bad. And I know some people are telling me like, don't buy expired makeup or keep expired makeup, but I just bought this. This was in a holiday set. So it's like, huh? So I don't know if there's like a certain shelf life on this. I don't think it says it anywhere on here. Sometimes it'll say like 24M or something like that. I don't see anything like that on here. So I don't know what happened, but after Heather Austin got up close and personal with this one, but also because of the smell, mostly the smell is what's really getting me. I'm not gonna lie. So I am going to unfortunately declutter this one because I'm just not sure what happened with it. But if you have the Kulfi Cream Shadow, which I love, I truly love that one and I've recommended it so much. If you could do me a huge favor and go smell yours and leave in the comments if it smells funny, I would really love to know. I don't know if maybe it's like I didn't close it tight enough one day. Like I'm not sure what happened, but unfortunately I don't feel the most comfortable putting that near my eyes anymore. My eyes are sensitive enough. So we're decluttering that one. Lastly, finishing off with the fragrances. So I put in here the Ellis Brooklyn Guava. This was really my, like I don't keep this one in my makeup bag since it's a full size and it's a bit bigger, but this is like my always sitting out on my desk. This is what I'll like try to remember to use when I'm like at home and getting ready at home, that sort of thing. And I really I really like this scent, and I'm usually someone who is more, like, I'm not a fruity girl. I'm not a cupcake girl. Like, I like woody and what's the other word I always use? Like smoky. Like, I love Fleur Vanilla Smoke, and I know so many people are like, that smells like a campfire, and I'm like, what if I want to smell like a campfire? Like, literally last night I was eating the ice cream campfire s'mores from Sorry Not Sorry in Las Vegas, and it's ice cream that tastes like campfire. I don't know what to tell you. She loves the campfire. I'm not sure what's going on, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like this one, but this is a great daytime scent for me. I just think it smells very fresh. Obviously it smells like guava, and it's just cute. It's cute, but it's like sophisticated. It's like a sophisticated fruit, which I kind of think guava is, you know? It's like, it's not like a basic fruit. Like, it's a sophisticated one. So big fan of that. And then also look at this. I did use up my Fleur Mood Ring. So I had this on my last trip, and I had like maybe like this much left, and I was like, I know I'm gonna use it up. And sure enough, I mean, there's like a drop in there, but I used up Mood Ring. Super proud of this one. I had this in my travel makeup bags last year for like Italy and Greece, and I just use it so much at home. This is one that will be a repurchase for me. I got a new Fleur fragrance, which I'm really excited to try. A friend gifted to me, so I'm gonna be using that one. But Fleur Mood Ring, this will definitely be on my repurchase list, and I love the little travel size. It's just easy to fit into my bag. This is the Singe Beauty makeup bag. I have everything linked in my description box, and also products are popping up in the YouTube shopping button, which the Singe Beauty will also be popping up here if you're interested in that one. But very proud that I used up a fragrance, so that will be in my next empties video. But that is everything that I had pulled out for the month of April. Now, let me get out my little shopping basket, and we will shop my stash for the month of May. Great, I have my little shop my stash basket out. Isn't it so cute? So a couple items that are coming over: the L'Oreal brow pencil, also the Kokie eyeliner, the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and the Tarte XL mascara. But otherwise, I'm gonna take you, this is my vanity, and I'm going to take you into the drawers first, because this is where I keep some new products. Okay, so this is kind of like my complexion drawer with new products. So I am going to put in this Kiehl's SPF because I think it's so good. Especially as we're entering really warmer months, I just want to keep a sunscreen on me at like all times, so I want to have one in my makeup bag. But this is the Better Screen UV Serum Sunscreen, has SPF 50, and this makes the skin look so glowy. I think this has been so pretty. I've had it in the last few of my Get Ready With Me videos. Okay, also in here, a complexion product that I do want to put in is from Laura Mercier. This is the Tinted Moisture Blurred Matte. Okay, I'm going to say, paired this like with the Kiehl's, I think the Kiehl's is so much of a like serum glowy product that I think the really matte part of this gets a little bit canceled out, but I don't mind that because, like I said, with the Milani Skin tint, I'm not a big matte girl, but this is really pretty. Now there is also a regular version of this as well, which I do have. They just released the matte version. This one does have SPF 30 also, but this is my newer product. I've really been liking it. I think it pairs really well with the Kiehl's. This I actually had in my travel makeup bag for that Florida trip, and I thought the combo worked great. This is like if I want just a little bit more coverage than like the Colourpop skin tint, then this is what I was using, and I think that it's great. Also from this drawer, I'm going to put in the Sephora bronzer. Of course, I have been mentioning this one so much. It was in my April favorites video. I did ranking my Sephora hauls, and I spoke really highly of this one. And like I said, this is basically what I was using instead of that Benefit. So it's a great matte bronzer. Mine is in the shade 01. Definitely putting that one in my makeup bag. And then for blushes, I have a lot of, okay, let me see. So Rare Beauty sent over their bouncy blushes. I've had some people ask me if they're similar to the Tower 28. I mean, I don't think they're necessarily super similar. These are the shades that I chose out for myself, which are very, very different shades. So one is Hope, which is like your like kind of basic blush shade. And then the other one, I believe, is Grateful, which is like a very pop-in shade. These, when you touch them, I mean, they have that like bouncy feel to them. And because of that, I almost feel like they're not as matte as the Tower 28. The Tower 28 is a matte powder. These I feel like have a little like something else to them. They got a little something else to them. So I actually like the Rare Beauty a little bit more. Is it crazy to put both of these shades in? Okay, because look what's funny is that I also have, so I ended up getting, again, I was on the Creators and Friends trip. One of our brand sponsors was Unearthly Cosmetics and they gifted us 5 blushes. I actually did take all 5 blushes, but I only brought 2 like on my person. Everything else I put in a shipping box and I shipped to me and I haven't received that yet. So the other 3 are in that box. But this one is the shade Mystic and how beautiful. This was the first one that I opened that I was like, yes. Stunning, but then you're gonna laugh because the other shade that I really love is in Blaze. So this is kind of like a rare beauty situation. Let me swatch these. So this one is Mystic and this is Blaze. Is it weird if I want all 4 in there and I want like my, you know, my basic options and then my fun options? That's also 4 blushes. That seems excessive, but none of them are big. Like these are pretty. YOLO. 4 blushes. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it's fun to have like, I feel like with the warmer weather, like I'm really into right now of having a little bit more of a poppy cheek. And because I do really simple eye looks, oftentimes just one shadow, I almost feel like for the warm months, I feel like my kind of makeup trend is going to be a really simple eye look and then a punchy blush. That's kind of what I'm thinking is gonna be my makeup style. And I'm someone who like, I go through waves. So like when I really love winged liner, I love it, I wear it every day. And then I'll get bored of it. And then I'll really love a bright blush and then I'll get bored of it. And then I'll really love, like that's just kind of how I go through life. So we're gonna have 4 blushes. Yeah, we are. I'm also gonna put in the Morphe setting spray. I've had this, I got a PR package from Morphe, so I do like their continuous setting mist. Again, I don't wear setting spray every single time, but I really do like this one from Morphe. So I'm gonna put that in there. A couple other products that are a little bit newer to me. Again, the Coffee Concealer, bought this in the Sephora sale. Have that video ranking everything, and this ranked in my top 5. And this is to me, it's not like the most like full coverage concealer, but it's like a nice mix in between the Natasha and the Charlotte Tilbury. Like it still gives me a good amount of coverage, but it still feels lightweight. And then for my setting powder, I'm like, this one is from Morphe and it's a nice little travel size. I think I'm gonna do the Morphe and the Milani. I don't think I can take out the Milani yet because I haven't like fully committed to the Morphe, you know? So like, especially because I'm such a powder girl, like I have to know that I have a good option. So we're gonna do Milani and Morphe. Everything for my complexion drawer that I'm gonna grab out. Okay, this is lips. For lips, we do have some new options in here for lip liners. I know for sure I want to do these 2. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude and the Freck 03. So purchase both of these in the Sephora sale. Like I mentioned, Iconic Nude. This is a repurchase for me, and I love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. I think it goes well with so many of my lip products. And then Freck 03, a little bit more cool toned, nice and long wearing. Love both of these, you know, both repurchases. So those lip liners are going to be coming with me. Okay, I didn't really love the Merit Lip Oil, so I'm not going to include that. The Merit Lip Liner, I ranked it towards the bottom, but I said I had a change of heart from the first time that I tried it. I'm trying to think if I want to put it in my bag though. Because this is one, I can wear it as a lip liner and kind of all over. It does fade really quickly. This one is in the shade Bespoke. So, I don't know. I do get the like kind of no makeup vibes with this one. You know what? I'm going to throw it in because it's a newer product to me. Yeah. We'll throw it in there. Honestly, like the Makeup by Mario just wasn't really a standout to me. I didn't really like the lip serum. I don't want to put that in my bag. I do want to put in the Lawless Strawberry Shortcake. This is a new shade in the Lawless Plumping Lip Oils, and I like these lip oils because they're plumping without hurting me. So I think that one's a really pretty shade. And I think this would pair well with, honestly, any of these lip liners. Probably the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And Morphe just released their Hot Honeys lip oil, but this one is plumping too, and it's uncomfortable. I don't think I really want that in my makeup bag. Like, I know that it's new and like to be able to get some use out of it, but I just don't. I've only worn it the one time though, so should I put it in my bag so I get a little bit more use out of it? You know, I'm also gonna have all of my glosses again though. Like, my glosses with Ofra aren't going anywhere. So like I'm gonna have these 3. So I'll have For the Plot, I'll have the Lawless Gloss. I have 3 lip liners right now. You know what, I'll do the Morphe, but I also have this Fenty. So I got this from Fenty Beauty as well. This is their Gloss Bomb Stick, and it's in the shade It's Fussy. So I've tried the Gloss Bomb Stick, but in the shade Riri, which was a little too dark for me. But It's Fussy, I think could be really pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Or should I do the Morphe? You know what? Fine. Okay, we'll do it both. Whatever. Fenty and Morphe. I can't decide. Okay. That way I can actually review the one from Morphe. Oh my gosh. Final answer. Why are lip products so hard? Okay, next drawer is going to be eyes. Again, I am very basic when it comes to my eyeshadows, but of course I want to have the new Singe Beauty Agate Temptation palette. This one, at the time that I'm filming, we don't have a launch date yet. I have done a get ready with me with the palette though, if you want to see it. We got this on our Creators and Friends trip. The owner of Singe Beauty is one of my closest friends, Daniela Canikvis. So she brought the palette for everybody, and the brand is just kind of waiting to hear about customs, tariffs, all those like really fun things. So we'll know exactly when the palette is going to launch. I am pre-filming a bit because I am traveling. So if I've gotten any information, it'll be in my description box. But otherwise, she does say that she believes it will launch in May. This video will be going up in May. So very exciting. Hope to see this one soon. But again, I have to get ready with me if you want to see it. But I am definitely going to be putting this one in my makeup bag. And then I purchased in the Sephora sale the Patrick Ta duo in, this one is Do You Know Who I Am? And this is beautiful, but I also had one gifted to me. So shout out to my friend Joy. She gave me, oh my gosh, the shade is Still at the Club. I'm crying because it's always us still at the club. Stop, that's so funny. Ooh. Ooh, this is really pretty too. I think I'm gonna do both the duos and then the Singe palette. I think I'm gonna do both the duos and the Singe palette, and I think that'll be pretty good. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, my hand's kind of running out of room for swatches, but that's pretty. And I like the darker shades. You can layer them. This lighter shade I think will be so pretty on its own. A lot of times I just do, I mean, I layer these ones too, or I just do one or the other, and it just leaves the prettiest like wet shimmer effect to the eyes. These are very expensive. Don't get me wrong. They're very expensive, but I do think they're very pretty. And especially as someone who likes 1 to 2 eyeshadows and something super shimmery, these have been really good for me. And look how small they are. They can fit into my bag. So honestly, I feel like that's going to be pretty good for eye products for sure. And then I also have a mascara in here, the Makeup by Mario. Again, reviewed this in my Sephora video. Really like this one. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in my makeup bag. It'll probably be done by the end of May, if not by like May 10th or something like that, because I feel like it's kind of on its last leg. So we have the Tarte one as well. We have the YSL Lash Clash. What else do we have in here? Oh, we have a couple other mascaras. Let me see. Let's try a new one. Okay, this is from Wet n Wild. Their So Defined mascara. Let's give it a shot. I clearly haven't tried this one. It's still in its packaging, but you know what? I like to try new mascaras. So, and we have the Makeup by Mario and the Tarte, which I know that I love. So we'll give that one a try. With my Shop My Stash, I do my next video, like my next Get Ready With Me, will be using my Shop My Stash bag. So let me know, since I obviously pick out, you know, a handful of lip products, complexion products, let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see, and I will make sure to include it. But those are some of my new products. Again, I have more new stuff coming from Creators and Friends, so you'll probably be seeing a haul from me coming soon once I get that box that I shipped to myself. But let me look over what I have, what I still need to grab from my makeup collection that isn't brand new. For complexion products, I mean, I have the SPF, the Laura Mercier. I'm gonna keep in the Colourpop Foundation Balm because it's just been my go-to right now, so I feel like this just makes sense. It's very easy to travel with, easy to use. I'm honestly getting to the point though where my next foundation will probably have to be like my summer shades, because I can tell this is kind of getting a little bit light, so we might have to readjust like halfway throughout the month. But we're gonna include this one for right now. And then again, we have the Kulfi Concealer. Once again, I'm just, oh, you know what? I was gonna keep in the Natasha Denona. I changed my mind. I'm gonna put in the one from Laura Mercier since I have the Laura Mercier Skin Tint in here. Yeah, that'll be fine. This is their Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer in the shade 3N1. I love the Natasha Denona, and again, I'm almost done with it, but something about like pairing, I don't know, I'm just weird like that. We're gonna do the Laura Mercier Concealer. Okay, I feel good about that. We have the Milani and the Morphe powder. We have the Sephora bronzer, which honestly, I'm like, do I want to keep the rare? I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the rare or put something else in, or just not worry about it since that's literally the only bronzer I'm using. But something about only having one bronzer, like, freaks me out a little bit. You know what? I'm going to put in this one from Physicians Formula. I really like this. This is their Butter Glow bronzer and blush. And there's a little bit of shimmer in this too. I just think that this is really pretty. So this is something, if I just want like a little something extra or just like an all-in-one product, I kind of swish my brush in all of them. I think that'll work. So we're going to do that. We have 4 blushes, so obviously don't need any more. Let's see, we have a setting spray. I don't wear highlighter. Eyeshadows, I think I'm pretty good on. I really like those duos. And then we have some color in there too. My liners, I left in the Koki, right? The Koki. And then I don't think I have a new like brown liner. So I'm going to put in the one from Glossier. Glossier, this is the #1 pencil in frame. This is the brown one. I really like the Glossier pencils, and I feel like this needs a little bit of love before it completely dries out. So we're going to add that one. Mascaras, we have what? The Tarte, the Makeup by Mario, and then the new one from Wet n Wild that we'll try. Products, we had multiple lip liners, lip glosses. I think that's like pretty good. I think that's everything that I need. Okay, so for fragrances, I am going to include, oh my gosh, what do I do here? Because I have 3 that I've really been loving. The Fleur Vanilla Smoke. We also have the Replica Never Ending Summer, and then Fleur Father Figure. So I'm thinking Father Figure makes the most sense to put into my travel makeup bag since it is a travel one, but also Vanilla Smoke is plastic. And I know it's bigger, but I think I'm going to include all 3 fragrances, and I think I'm going to go back and forth, kind of just depending on if when I'm traveling, if my makeup bag is lighter or heavier, then I can add in the Vanilla Smoke, the Father Figure. I think I'm going to go back and forth on these being like travel products for me. And then the Replica Never Ending Fireplace. This is going to be kind of like what the Brooklyn Ellis was. Like, this is always out on my desk. This smells so good, and this is another one that I did not think I would love. This Aperol, this orange, it's like how I said Aperol, this orange, like this again is that sophisticated fruit scent, and it just one that I did not expect to enjoy, but it is so nice. So these are going to be my 3 fragrances that I am wearing for the month of May. I'm going to smell like a campfire. I'm going to smell like a campfire, an Aperol Spritz, or a Father Figure. There's so many jokes that I could insert here, but not going to. Wow, I think that is everything then. Oh, I always grab out some brushes, and I say always, but I forgot in like March, I think it was. So, okay, I know I showed the Makeup by Mario F4. This one is newly clean to me, and you can check my Instagram for proof because I wash all my makeup brushes over there. But I love the F4. This is a brush that I just highly recommend. This is the side that I use for foundation. This is the side for concealer. I literally have 2 brushes, and I love them. And this one is the one that I just washed recently. So we're going to use that. So we have foundation, concealer. I'm going to wash my Morphe Puff and just put it back in because I love my Morphe Puff. Let's see. That is what I use to apply my powder. So we need a bronzer brush. I'm going to do the BK Beauty 103. Love this brush. And my discount code with BK Beauty is Samantha10. So I will have that linked as well. A blush brush, let's do BK Beauty as well. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy A507. My, oh, I guess I could be showing you my brushes, couldn't I? We do need to be washing some. We don't have like a ton over here to pick from. There's a lot in my wash pile, but we'll get there. I do love washing my brushes. Okay, so we have blush. So let's move over to some eye brushes. What do we have in here that we can use for eye brushes? Let me see. So honestly, I use my fingers so much that it's like not really that deep, but let's do this little one from Singe. This is the EO2. Oh, we can do the big one too, the EO6. The EO6 for blending. The EO2 is a little bit smaller. Great blending. So I need a, say it with me, a liner brush. Do I have a clean liner brush in here? Everyone? Say a little prayer for me. Oh, I do. Ha! Ooh, this one is actually the E75 from Sigma. I usually do the 65. Oh, this is a brow product. A brow pencil. Brow brush. Whatever. Yeah. I think that'll work for liner, and this is my clean one. So I need to wash. I feel like I wash so many like sponges and like bronzer brushes and foundation brushes, but winged liner brushes are next up after my Morphe Puff. Those are next up to get washed. Okay, so we have a liner brush, so that's very important to me. So I'm just gonna grab out a couple like, you know, blending and, oh, I need a pencil brush. Okay, this is the E11, so always need a good pencil brush. And then we have like the Sigma Concealer F70. This is what I would use if I wanted to use a brush to apply shimmery shades. Again, usually use my finger, but just to have some options. And then I feel like I want one more, maybe like a little blending brush, the Rougher 13. Sure, this is literally just for safety, you know? Just for safety. Honestly, I think I picked out like 5 brushes, but like minimal makeup. That is me. All right, so that is gonna be my makeup bag for the month of May. Again, I have a couple of trips this month, which I'm excited about, but I mentioned the Sephora ranking video a couple of times, and I have a few products in here. So if you wanna see that, that will be linked after this video ends. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Shop My Stash. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.